Welcome back to Todd's Garage again, boys and girls. Good morning. Actually, it's after 1 o'clock. But today, look at that. It's a Craftsman backpack blower. 46cc Craftsman. Let's see if we can find some numbers on this thing somewhere. Let's see, where is it? Where's the model numbers on this bad boy? Yeah, they're in there somewhere. I ain't gonna dig for them. He brought it to me, said, "Tom, my blower, it won't crank." Well, sir, I hate to be the one to have to tell you. First thing I always do is look. Look at there. Straight gas. Whew. Somebody no mixy gassy. Oh no. Let's dump it out and see what it is. Boy, I'll tell you. My goodness. He ruined this thing. Girl. Look at that. That is just straight gas. Straight gasoline. Let's purge it all out of the carburetor too and get it out all back in the tank. Yeah. I wish that was just water, but it's not. It's gas. Burns it straight up, boy. All right, let's pull the spark plug out. Take a look at the cylinder. I'm gonna wipe up my dribble. All right. Put the gasket back on there. Missing one of the little air filter tightener downers. Yeah. Let's get the air filter off. Tell you what we're gonna do. Yep. All right, let's get the spark plug out. I'm gonna pull this cover off and expose the engine. That way we can pull the muffler off. Straight gas. Spark plug is gonna be gray. Yep. Not too awful bad. The engine ain't locked up or anything, but let's get that piston all the way to the bottom. All right. Let's see, let's grab a Phillips head. Let's grab Phillips by the head. Lay this thing over and get this cover taken off. All right, let's see, that's probably gonna be what, a 532 maybe? 532. Is that a 532? Yeah, it is. It is. Oh, let's pop the starter off. You know, we don't have to take that starter off to get the cover off. I was thinking of the Husqvarna. One little screw, two little screws, three little screws. Four little screws. Is there a 5 little screws? Nope. All right. All right. Let's set this over here. Okay. Let's get that muffler taken off. Is that a 732 or is that a 5 or a 316? It's a 316. Well, I say it's a 316, so I'm sure it's probably metric. Metric. All right. Let's see, just a little. That's going to be a 532. Do. we can get that cover off there. All right. Get that right there off there. Little support bracket. Okay, now let's lower the camera down, get you a good view of inside the muffler. Back to that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that skin up piston right there. Let me move it up a little bit, you can see it. Oh yeah, look at them rings. Ooh-wee. Boy, that sucker is burnt. That's what you call burnt slap up. It won't crank because the rings can't expand anymore because of the scarring, and it's not producing enough vacuum. And it's, even if it does, it ain't going to compress it enough to burn the fuel mixture, air fuel mixture. I wonder if we can get this piston assembly off without taking a whole engine apart. That would be nice. What is holding this? It's the carburetor assembly. That's what's holding it. Let's get this carburetor and everything off. Take all that off, and this here ought to slide out. We can pull that cylinder off. Yeah. Yeah. .532 Allen wrench. Let's see, I should have unhooked them fuel lines first, but I'm in a hurry. Grab us a 10mm. Well, we'll just let that flop. That's fine. Just let everything flop. Let's get this block taken off. I hope I can pull this thing apart and take it off without hurting that little gasket in there. Boy, that would be nice. Well, let's get us a long 532. Let's see, 532. Is this long enough? Should be. All right. When you run straight gas through it like that, it's always going to scar up that exhaust port because it runs so hot without the oil and the fuel to lubricate and keep it cool. And if you run one without the air filter and you suck in some dirt and stuff, it'll scar the intake side. Can't find the head of the screw. There it is. Yeah. I have taken some steel wool and honed these things out and cleaned the piston up enough to free the rings and have them run again. I done that with a steel BG50, I think it is. Yeah, I had a lady bring me that little steel BG50 back there. Same thing, straight gas. Heard it. I took the piston and cylinder apart and honed it real good with steel wool, and it runs great. Matter of fact, I just got done using it just about a half an hour ago. He said, well, Tom, just keep it. I said, I'll give it to my recycle guy. He said, all right, I'll just go buy another one. I think he said he loaned it to somebody that done that. He knew better than to put straight gas in it, but whoever he loaned it to didn't. Ooh, we might have got lucky there. Let's see if I can do this without hurting that gasket. All right. All right, the gasket's intact. You can see, let me grab the flashlight. You can see how scarred that is right there. The scarring ain't awfully bad, really. Just on the exhaust side. Let me rub my finger in there and kind of feel around. It still feels pretty smooth, even though the scarring is visible. It's not gouged. You can't feel it. Huh. Let's see if we can get lucky. See, that gasket is still good and it's intact. All right. Let me get these screws out of the way before I lose them. Now, you see the intake side, the rings are free. But on the exhaust side, oh, that one's free. That's a good sign. This one here is still compressed. Oh, that's a good sign there. I'm gonna take the piston off. You've got these little wrist pin clips. You can grab a pair of needle nose pliers and get that out gently. Well, we need to take the other one out though and push it that way, but that's all right. I'm gonna leave that alone. Let's just lay it over like this and see if we can free them rings. It's not awfully bad, really. I done this to an echo blower one time too. I think Ken over at Ken Small Engine said he's done that before too. Let me grab some steel wool here. Steel wool. Oh, here's some right here. I think this is 00. Everything still feels pretty tight. I'm getting this all down inside the engine right there. That thing ain't good, but we'll blow it out real good when we're done. I bet this thing's gonna run again. That's the reason it didn't crank, because it's got that top ring is caught up in there and it won't expand outwards. None of these vertical scars are, you can't feel them really. Boy, I wonder if we can get that ring freed up without breaking it. I've been known to break rings. Tell you what, let's do. I've got a wore out piece of plumber's cloth over here. Let me use it. I'm gonna lightly use that. It's kind of wore out. We can just get the ring freed. I don't want to get too crazy with it. All right. Put a little hair in there. I know I got a lot of that steel wool down the side of there. That ain't good. I think he said he paid $600 for that blower. I don't see that. I don't see how that would be that expensive of a blower. It's a Craftsman. Yeah, these rings are so easily broken. See how it's got it caught inside that groove. It won't let it expand like this bottom ring will. It's just caught up in there. If we can free it without breaking it. switch sides with you. Let me get a little strike hold on that. Strike hold. Wow. That's some good stuff there, boy. Put a little douse of that on there. See if that'll help us. Let me use some more of that abrasive cloth here. Try to remove some more of this material. Bottom ring is getting in the way of me. It's got one pretty good little groove right there, and I believe that's what's holding it. Is this free all the way around to right about here? Just got to be gentle with it and just keep kind of working it. Put some more. Well, let me hit it a little bit more. It looks like we are free from right about here is where it starts getting stuck to right around here. Force some of that in there. Let me hit pause because I'm going to let this soak and I'm going to keep working with it. It's probably going to take me another good half an hour to get that ring freed from that groove. This vertical scarring is what closes up over the ring right there, and that's why it's just a stuck ring. All right, I'm going to hit it with some more strike hold. I'm going to let it run down this way. Let it run down inside that ring. I'm gonna let it set just like that for just a few minutes. Y'all hang with and we'll keep working it. All right, well that was some good chili dogs, I tell you. All right, this thing's been soaking. Let's see what we got here to help it. Nope, still gotta keep working it. Still gotta keep working it right in here. That's where that top ring is still stuck. Careful. Let's see, I'm going to take my wire wheel there. It's been soaking for about 30 minutes. It's got one decent little scratch right there. I need to call Ken and ask him what his technique is for doing this. Just stuck right there. Let me hit it with a little bit more of this. Yeah, I went out there, didn't have much to do today, so I dug this out of the shed of shame out there. I remembered I had it. I thought, why not? Let's try to get it fixed. If we can get it fixed, I'll call the feller back and tell him to come and get it, because I've only had it for a couple of weeks. Maybe he hasn't bought another one yet, but he probably has. He was awful disappointed. He sure did like his little blower. I guess this is a rebranded Husqvarna is what it is. I wonder if I've got another piston in my Husqvarna box over there. Let's walk over here and look. Grab my Husky box. In case I break that ring, I think I'll have another one. Let's measure that one. I think I've broken more of these rings than I have been successful. So we got 43 millimeters, about 43, 44 maybe, about 43. Let's see, I got some old chainsaw parts here. I wonder if the amount's different. Nope, I don't have any ring like that in here. In case I break that one, I'm up the creek without a paddle. We'll just keep on oiling and sanding on it and playing with it. Just get it to let go right there. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling the ring out like this and I'm pushing it that way. Trying to get it to slip out of us. Let me take a little, see, this is where I get kind of antsy and I ain't taking my time, and I'll do this right here, and this is where I usually end up breaking them. Slide it in there like that, and I'm trying to slide it that way to force the ring out. She wants to. I don't want to bend this ring out of shape. Careful. Let's just keep working it a little bit. don't want to keep doing this and cause the ring to be so thin that this is the reason it ain't wanting to run again, is because of this. I'm wanting that aluminum piston to sand a little faster than that tungsten ring would sand. Okay. I would just get it to pop loose right in here. I don't want to do anything harsh to it, like take a file or something to it. I'm going to hit pause again and just keep playing with it. That way this is not a 3-hour video of me just doing that. I don't want y'all to get bored with me. Y'all hang with for a second. I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's add a little heat to it. Didn't think about that. I know somebody's probably hollering at me in the comments. Put a little heat to it, Dubby. Is it too hot to touch now? Careful. This thing is stuck worse than I thought it was. I think I can see a little movement right in there now. I'm gonna do my strike hold. I'm about out of strike hold. I gotta get some more of that. Let that run down inside the ring. It's just stuck right in here. But I think I can see some movement up in here now. See how much further it is out now? See, it's coming all the way up here now. That's good. You just got to keep working it. Ooh, thought I broke it. Yeah, I can see it moving way up in here now. Let me hit pause, let that camera charge. I'm going to keep working it. Hang with. All right. It is the next day. I let this thing set overnight with a little oil on it. And I got this little file right here, and I'm ever so gently going above the ring because it seems to be hung right in here. I tell you, you got to go real slow and take your time. If we can get this ring freed, we'll have ourselves a good blower. If we mess up and break it, we might as well take this whole blower and just toss it right over in that trash can. Plop. So, we have got this thing freed all the way around. All the way around to here. And it seems to be hung right in here. Right in here. So just ever so gently go above the ring and just kind of work it. Without doing too much more damage to it. Just take your time. Take your little time. Just seems to be hung right in here. I took my map gas torch and heated it up again earlier. I can see the ring moving all the way up to here. I'll put a little mark right there on top of the piston. And then I can see this side. It's moving all the way up to right about there. So between here and here, there's a little spot somewhere that is still hung up. Come on, baby. Free up for the dumpster. Free up for me. So between here and here, just kind of take a screwdriver or something real sharp. I'll tell you what I'll do. Take this real sharp razor blade and just kind of go above that ring. Yeah. If this ain't making it worse, go below it too. A little more oil, a little more stronger hold on it. I just love the smell of that strike hold. Oh, gentle, gentle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. See, it's free all the way up until right about there. Just gotta be careful. These rings are very, very brittle. They don't like being bent and manipulated. All right, I'm gonna hit pause. I'm just gonna keep on working it. Y'all hang with. We'll get it. We will. All right. I went ahead and pulled this pin and clip out of there and just took this off so I could hold it in my hand. I had to close that door. The neighbor decided to go ahead and start blowing leaves next door. But I think I got it, man. I went ahead and just went for it. I went ahead and just stuck this in there. I said, well, it's either going to break or it's not. So I was able to go ahead and get this thing all the way around. Right in here is where it was. Yeah, there we go. We got it broken loose. Now I want to get this ring off because I want to clean that groove. And this is where you really take a chance on breaking it. Oh, dang. Try that again. Did I make you jump? And when you put the ring back on, see how you got the half circle on top, little groove on top? It's got to go under that pin because that pin is on the top of that groove right there. So, all right. So you can't get it on like that. Yeah, I can feel those scratch marks on the bottom of this lip. Yeah, I can feel it right there, right where it was sticking. All right, let's see. Let's grab something. Let's clean it first. Let's grab some carburetor cleaner. Right in here. I can feel it right in there. All right. Let me grab more file here. I'm going to see if I can. See if this will fit in that groove. Oh yeah. And it's a little tight for this file. Let's not use that. Let's see, we'll grab a little piece of sandpaper. Grab a little piece of sandpaper. A used piece, one that ain't so coarse. I'll just stick it in there like that. And We're just knocking down any scratches that have protruded into that groove. Protruded. All right. Very nice. I'm going to run a little bit more strike hold in there, and we'll put the ring back on it. And we got to go like that. All right, we are nice and loose now. Good movement. No more sticky rings. All right. Now let's put that piston back on. This is kind of tight. Right. Put the little clip back in. There we go. Make sure the arrow points towards the muffler. We are golden. We are good. We are good. All right, let's grab a 532. We'll put the cylinder back on it. Exhaust side. All right, so what we've got to do, when we put the cylinder on there, it's kind of tapered a little bit. Right in there. Right in there. So as long as we have that pin lined up with the ring, it'll be good. We are in. All right, let's get this thing back together. I believe we're going to have ourselves a runner. I should have took a little oil and coated the cylinder, but that's all right. It's already broke in. Yeah. go ahead and get the carburetor side put back on. All right. Well, I should have put this on first. It's all right, we'll just pop it back off. Just pop it back off real quick. Real quick. Now we're good. Get it started by hand. It goes all the way on like that. Run it down with that. Gasket, then the carburetor. Let me grab what else we need over here. I got this ready to go. All right, so far so good. Now we'll get the muffler back on. Get the muffler. Head over to do that. Now don't fall on me. Well, wrong size. All right. Spark plug, let's grab a new one. BPM8Y. Fill the crush sleeve, crush, and stop. Go ahead and fire it up like it is before we finish putting the shield and everything back on it. Make sure it's going to run. All right, the moment of truth. There's the table. Grab some fuel. We got just enough left. This time we'll use mixed fuel instead of straight gas. That'd be good. All the way good. Okay, grab the throttle. Make sure the switch is on. It's a rocker switch, that's good. All right, give it a good purging. Give it a choke, purge, switch is on. Just set idle. I heard it. She wants to. Choke it. Let me give it some throttle here. That's probably why it ain't cranking. All right, here we go. By golly, we fixed that. All right. Straight gas Craftsman blower. Stuck rings. Let me open this door before I take a nap. Ooh, save that one from the junk pile. I'm gonna call that guy back and see if he bought another one yet. Tell him he can have this one back. All right, boys and girls. Thanks for watching another Tom Toby video. Saved it from the scrap pile. Let's go ahead and put his air filter. Let's take it out here and blow it off. Well, I jolly goes blow. Ooh, I can smell the strike hold. I gotta find another screw for this thing too. I know I got one on the shelf over there. Slide it over. Let's see, that's gotta go like that. That goes in a little groove right there. All right. Blow some leaves, little boy. Careful, careful, you're going into plastic. All right. Take your vegetables, eat your vitamins. Tell somebody I love them. Catch y'all on the next one. Love y'all.